Oh, that was a beautiful deck for sure, but looks like
some.
we're using some of the notes of that as Vidolium, unstable power patron unity, returns to the field.
Yep, so Vidolium allows you to special summon back the Gepredo. It has to destroy itself. Now it's gone to the extra deck. And then obviously now we get to search out a copy of the field spell. The plundered Power Patron Plane. Vidolium.
Yeah. Can I?
Yep. Just taking a look at the card up close and personal here. Again, Medius the Pure, nowhere to be seen so far, but overall, deck seems to be doing all right.
There's a copy in his hand. Fortunately, though,
there's Medius.
his hand also has a bunch of other normal summons, so it'll be curious to see how he navigates through this. But Medius the Pure comes down and is going to summon out Power Patron DOOMZ.
I love Power Patron DOOMZ. Has a kind of Zodiac style effect where you're doing a one-card Xyz monster. It targets the card with a level, equips it to it, and then just goes ahead and slaps on an Xyz monster on top of it, then making Power Patron DOOMZ an equip card. You can actually use that for DOOMZ Break Deactress. Let's see what he does. Nope, going for Gepredo instead, though, so not trying to prefer the DOOMZ Destruction lockout.
Well, we could still get there. The DOOMZ Destruction is usually searched through the deck by destroying your own DOOMZ change in a chain when it's been activated on the field.
You can always destroy your own Power Patron DOOMZ, but it looks like that is not on the menu.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. It's not like a super big mess up, but it was just bad sequencing. Activate.
Sure.
Effects.
Oh, okay, we are going to do it, so we're going to reveal and then go ahead and reach deep into the deck to grab Gepredo again.
So now we have all the Gepredos you need. This will require him
Oh, banish, sorry.
to banish face down a card in his hand.
Power patrons just love robbing you of reality, banishing cards from your own deck. Got to get things set up, although they do have some ways around that, but
That's fine.
we're going to go ahead and do top three, so goodbye to, I think the Regulus just got banished.
I didn't get a good chance seeing it, so
Doesn't make me feel very good.
yeah, hitting those singletons not great, but we've established now 2 copies of
Attaches
Jupiter.
from hand, right?
Yeah, it's from the Gepredo effect. Yeah, it will.
All right, so
Gepredo
we're
effect.
going to go ahead and attach one card from the hand. Looked like it is the Amalfi there. Now, using the Gepredo effect, one more card to add to the equation. What are we searching out from the DOOMZ directory?
Raiders.
It's going to be the DOOMZ Raiders here. Maybe using that then to destroy the Power Patron DOOMZ and get the destruction. I'm so addicted to the Thunder King effect when I play this deck, so I seem to be pivoting that way, and Jesse's not. Well, we know who's right. Yeah.
I'll just do it.
Now we have a copy of Ghost Ogre coming down,
Ooh,
though.
same deal.
Oh, this might be a tough spot here. Looks like we're going to utilize both of the Gepredos as material for an Exceed summon.
2 Xyz monsters, not the same level. Or it means the same level, but not number
sorry,
monsters.
Yep.
Interesting.
So this is Future Zexal, I believe. Ryan picked it up relatively quickly, but looking over his deck list, I believe that is the only variation of the Utopic monsters that he does. Yeah, it is in fact Future Zexal.
Yes.
Good to
Hey,
see
you're
Duelist Advance still doing well. Card that came out was the cover card for the set that Medius the Pure came out, and it's, again, good to see them working together there. But now we get one more DOOMZ card. So, Jesse, taking a moment to think, what is it that I need? Now, DOOMZ Destruction makes no sense, obviously, since there's nothing to attach it to. But, we're going to go ahead and scroll through the deck here. What are we grabbing? Oh, makes sense.
Drastria.
Click the Medius.
Sure.
Effect.
So now he's going to equip to his Medius, destroy his Medius. It's going to allow him to put Amalfi back onto the field. That's now going to allow him to search his deck for DOOMZ Monster.
Adjust target them off.
Now he has Drastria. Now he's going to target the Amalfi with the Drastria from the graveyard, so it can re-equip out of the graveyard.
Effect Xyz.
Now he'll be able to essentially use that equip spell in addition to the Amalfi as
Can I?
Xyz material.
Xyz material, but you can read them, yeah.
Finally, the DOOMZ Break Deactress appears. Interesting card. You don't always use its effects because it requires you to destroy something, and
Sorry.
then you can jump ahead. But it looks like we're actually jumping ahead here as we bring our DOOMZ 13 over Grathlerio.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep, and our Graffario is going to allow him to detach and add a Doom Spell or Trap from the deck to the hand.
All right, I may take back everything I said. Now we're grabbing Doom's Change here.
Just thinking if I want to destroy.
Let's look at the graveyard, seeing what pieces of the puzzle have already been used up. It's nice to see that Doom still has some life left in it. I feel like it left a lot of conversations from duelists' mouths once Blazing Dominion, you know, kind of wasn't the newest set, right? We've had 2 sets since then, but still really cool deck.
I mean, it did a good job
Alara
at Columbus. I mean, cut to top 8, you know, limits the number of any single deck you'd expect to see, and it made top 8.
It did.
Alpha Professor.
Okay, so we see Alaria special summoned because Graffario was destroyed. I think it destroyed itself. That allowed him to summon the Alaria from the deck.
Drastia with the Doomdirk equipped is such a powerful card. Being able to have the quick Xyz summon and the ability to take not 1 but 2 cards possibly with the bigger brother Xyz monster Doom's 12 and Drastrius.
We'll go change. Change Drastia to pop card.
Yep, so this is the sequence that I spoke about earlier, where you use Change to destroy destruction from your deck, and then chain
one chain.
the Drastia's ability to destroy the actual change in and of itself, and then of course when that is destroyed, you get to add back from the graveyard destruction.
Chain like 2 destruction.
Best math possible. I see why he's 5-0.
Can I read the trap?
Sure.
That's
Colossus.
an important trap. Yeah, he just says Colossus. I mean, it is. Technically, Thunder King Ryo would be the original. But same idea. When that card is face up on the field, you want to add a card to your hand? No, you can't do it. And that's pretty good in this format, too. Played some games on the side with the Light Darkness Ritual deck. Joel Lockbird actually hits it pretty hard, and a searchable equivalent of that effect is just as good.
Yep, and then we get to equip the Geprado as well. So ultimately here, what we're going to see...
Yep, added back the wrong card.
Okay,
I honestly don't mind, it's fine.
Oh. Make sure that we resolve that properly, but I don't think we can, even if Ryan, you said it was fine. Once you, under the tournament policy guidelines, make a legal, verbal declaration.
It's not a big deal.
That's, I'm sorry, Ryan, it's not whether or not you as a kind duelist care.
That's fine. No,
It's about whether or not he said or added that card from his graveyard to his hand.
Yeah, I think it was just tough because Ryan was reading it. Added just a kind of a weird, where exactly is the destruction moment for Jesse there, so
No harm.
it is unfortunate. We'll see to the extent that that will matter.
I think it matters when you can't be able to, you know, stop your opponent from... This would have been one of those things.
Yep.
So maybe a little bit of nerves there, or just sometimes you get lost in the sauce.
Well, this is a drawing effect, so this is so far...
Wouldn't be an issue.
Wouldn't be an issue.
But if we get to the Sky Strike or Mobilize engages...
Sure. End of battle.
Oh, well,
never mind.
It didn't matter.
Never mind.
Change Drastia to Xyz something.
That's smart, because I think we are going to go into Drastrius, and Drastrius by itself can do a lot. Won't be able to suck up any monsters for equip spells, because there just aren't any right now.
If I banish this, do I have to banish this?
You have to. You banish at the same time because it's.
I couldn't remember. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yep.
So.
Drastrius, such a powerful card.
I do love the... I don't know if Ryan had that evenly matched, but you have destruction, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
I mean, my job is you didn't have to think about nothing.
Jesse certainly wearing his heart of the cards on his sleeve. Just good humor, you know. Sometimes that's all you got.
Sorry, it negates.
But Drastrius is really good. It's going to be able to negate the effect of a monster. And then equip.
Face a monster you control.
Yeah, but again, you equip a different monster, which is maybe not as relevant against Sky Striker. Sky Striker doesn't typically go super wide, but there are times where you get to destroy one monster, or rather negate one monster, but then also equip a separate monster.
Yep, of course.
Well, it also can't be destroyed by card effects or battle the first time. It would be destroyed by that. And so that's also pretty good considering that there are some of those things. And now we're just seeing set 3 pass. I think I just saw an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring in his hand. And now it looks like Jesse has drawn the same.
It's almost better now that Jesse has an actual piece of his engine in hand with that Alaria as opposed to the destruction, which would just be banished face down.
DOOMZ is definitely a deck where you're just playing DOOMZ cards. Wow, amazing. But joking aside, you have the ability to repeat the combo multiple times. And now we're going to
search
normal
monster,
7.
right?
It's actually a Malphite, not Ilaria, that was added to hand. But still an engine piece, a starter.
I'll watch that.
There we have a copy of Ash Blossom.
Okay.
This may just be battle phase attack with an Ash Blossom in hand and not much else.
And Drastrius can only stop monsters activated on the field or the graveyard.
Can I see your extra?
Yeah, of course.
It's always a funny question. Can I see your extra deck?
Been a while since Breakers of Shadow, but Pendulums are back. If you're trying to lab that one out in the chat, it's, you know, one of the most famous Pendulum formats of all time.
Quick check of the Adrastria in his graveyard.
Address your target a Moth.
Ghost Love it.
Yep.
Thinking maybe of a Widow Anchor take? Just to try to slow things down, maybe? Considering that...
Target.
Oh, no, the Fall of the Virtuous this time, setting Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Branded Dragon, excuse me.
So that's a
Sorry.
clean answer there. He'll be able to search some follow-up.
Battle.
Check.
So yeah, it's just going to be battle, attack directly.
Thinking.
Okay.
So we haven't taken the attack yet. What that means.
Yeah, Ryan's deep in the tank here.
Just not sure where he's going with this. Clearly has a plan, support to the graveyard, but decides to take that damage.
Yep. Thinking me phase 2.
So we're in main phase 2. Ryan drops 5,300 life points, but Jesse, not really a lot of follow-up. It's
Time to end phase.
just ending.
At this. I'll be on.
Yep, so now Ryan will be able to resolve,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and negate.
and that activates in the graveyard, so that's where the
It's what we're doing,
Drastrius
right?
is going
That's
to use its first material.
And important to note that the Doom Dirge is still in the field, so
sorry,
while
I
it's
can't
under
target it,
Machine
that's right.
Wind Xyz monsters,
sorry.
it does have
It has
that
the
powerful
destruction
additional
effect as
effect.
well.
Yes.
Get to attack directly. Get to, and unfortunately, have your monster
You can't
destroy at the
actually
end of the turn, unless
Oh, okay.
it's going to be battle phase.
Because it's summons
Unless it's
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Doom's
thought it was, yeah, my bad,
Drastria, because Drastria can't be destroyed that first time. So interesting little synergy there, and depending on what's going on here, it may
Warning.
close this out, maybe not.
Yeah, the increase in attack is not something that comes up as often, and if you don't attack, I'm not sure it gets destroyed.
But it's the direct attack.
Yeah.
You do have to, like, you know, use the effect, but it's just a really neat thing that this particular deck does, which is no longer unique, though. We saw the direct attacking with the Fairy Tall Ball yesterday.
I think in this matchup, the most relevant is the inability
You
for it
said
to
the
be
desires of
targeted.
linkage.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
s-
yeah.
Yeah, target this card. So, what we see here, Linkage activated during the end phase, getting rid of a
Yes.
Pot of Desires, allowing Ryan to summon Shizuku. And now during the end phase, he'll be able to add a Sky Striker spell, different from one in his
Linkage.
graveyard.
So, following up on the move there, Jesse is getting a procedural error minor for the illegal activation of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring in response to linkage. Again, just a warning, no big deal, and play will continue.
Minus? Okay.
It does add an interesting element there where maybe Ryan is circumventing the search of Sky Striker engage,
Yeah.
knowing that that is there, but, you know, such is life.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
Summon.
Sometimes it's not a perfect duel, sometimes it's just the duel we have.
But Ryan now is going to be able to get into his main phase with a Link monster that can now turn into a myriad of other Sky Striker Link monsters. So I think that's really a huge component of that previous turn. Ryan survived, and now he's able to access his extra deck. He wasn't able to access his extra deck on the opening turn as easily.
Link summon.
Gonna make the prototype
are
Sky
you showing
Striker Ace Amatsu, but then that just gets linked off. And now we'll go with
Levels.
Hayate.
Attack directly.
Now we have an
Affect set.
attack directly. This is one of the classic Sky Striker monsters. This will now allow him, because it was engaged in battle, to send down a Sky Striker card to the graveyard. So now we're going to put a copy of Engage into the graveyard.
Activate.
Now in the battle
target
phase,
piece.
we're going to use
Okay.
Dead
Escape.
Bastards.
Sure.
And now he's going to bounce back to the extra deck, Drastrius.
All of a sudden, the use of the prototype Amatsu makes sense. You're getting an additional Link monster to the graveyard that is a Sky Striker Ace card. So with that in mind, that means he gets more cards for that play right there.
Now going here into main phase 2. You know, due to that PE minor, Ryan is playing with full information, knowing about that Ash Blossom.
Does kind of put a dampener if you're trying to do anything fun with the best card in Sky Striker's arsenal.
I think Ryan, you know, has done a good job kind of navigating if I have to just forego Engage. There was a period of time where Ryan was actually quite successful with this deck when Engage was forbidden. So if there's any duelist that knows how to navigate Sky Striker, it is certainly going to be Ryan. Here we actually do eventually see the activation of the Engage.
And no Ash Blossom now. Known card. Activating, we're going to search and draw. Maybe saving the Ash Blossom specifically for the Sky Striker Ace Zero's tag out effect, but not relevant here as we end up linking that off into Sky Striker Ace Kagari.
He'll be presumably adding Engage back to his hand, activating Engage. So now he's just going to build up the number of interactions that he has. Looks like he's considering adding a copy of Widow Anchor to his hand. And that is indeed what he selects.
Widow Anchor feels like a good call here, especially when you finally got through all of your opponent's cards.
Quick check of the deck. I wonder if Ryan drew Pot of Desires and he's contemplating if it's worth
61,
activating.
61, yep.
And obviously the concern would be giving you a lose condition, but you suddenly get decked
Can you
out.
look at my grave?
I think the way Sky Strikers work now, it's not
How could you tell?
difficult to deal even 8,000 points of damage in one turn, let alone
Target's monster
6,100.
control. That's what you were about.
But there was a period of time where, you know, every point of damage that Sky Striker actually was able to inflict seemed like it was a bit of a hassle, right? Every attack directly, and nowadays Sky Striker looks a little bit different. So I'm not sure the deck out lose
whatever.
condition is that concerning. It took Ryan a little while to think about it, and he's like, yeah.
Sorry?
Okay.
Oh, they're asking just to make sure the deck is properly shuffled. Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Not a lot of cards left there, too. That is a short stack as we take 10
My
more
Grand
cards.
Madru, like at the bottom of the deck, is going to get your ass.
Yeah. Only if you had a battle phase this turn.
Response?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that was what I was commenting
Better
on.
draw
That is a
something good.
small deck
sorry.
he has, because that is
I
his
paid so much
second
for that.
activation of Pot of Desire, so he's only down to a handful of cards, but I can't imagine there'll be that many more draw phases. And any other type of drawing, whether that's through Engage or Vision, is, you know, a choice that Ryan would actually independently make, and not just their game mechanic.
I do see Ryan as he shuffles through his banished face-down cards. Pot of Sloth
Sorry.
was
I
in
don't
there.
have any prior. Yeah, my bad.
And still haven't seen Pot of Sloth resolve, but I guess that would be a big deal here because the opponent controls no cards.
Down to 4 cards in his deck. It'd be pretty funny. Okay,
Miraculously,
there
I
is.
was
Wow. There actually
Powerful
was
deck,
a
powerful
name.
deck.
But now there's 3 cards left. Wow. Talk about magical hats. You're just mixing them up and setting it down. All right, so we're going to draw them.
Oh, I think he has a called by to go with
That's a valid
his
strategy.
Ash.
How much time we got? 17?
So he does have the Adrastra in his graveyard, I believe. No?
Sets
Okay.
and passes. He still has life points. That is the only defense he has right now.
Yep.
Draw that 1 card.
All right.
2 cards are upside down.
Yep.
Should be good.
Send them in.
Yep.
You can still get a lot of stuff done here. Remember, if there's a Lemnis Gate in that graveyard, you can recycle quite a few cards as well. But let's link some in first, Kagari.
Effect target linkage.
Can I look at grave?
Sure.
Thank you.
There is a Kagari in his graveyard, so he can use called by on that other Kagari and cut this off. I'm not sure if there's enough value in doing so, but
I'll call by target Kagari.
it is a
No
legal
response.
play here. And it
Yeah,
does
big
cut off
damage.
that Kagari. But Ryan does have a copy of Rose in his hand.
Kind of a duel puzzle in and of itself. Can you win this duel by life points before you deck out?
Yeah, relax. You're good.
I think he definitely can. I mean, if he summons Rose, that's already, what would that be? 18 off Kagari plus the 15. That's already 33. Doesn't Kagari have an additional boost for the number of spells?
100 each.
100 each. So, I mean, he can definitely deal enough damage. The terminology that's often used here is the clock, meaning how many turns of these exact monsters attacking directly would deal enough to
Battle phase.
win the game.
3,000.
Obviously, with 6,100
Yep.
life,
Win phase 2.
all Ryan needs to do is do 3,050 over the course of 2 turns.
Yeah.
The clock is in his
Oh,
favor,
back,
so
that's
that
right,
if he's
that's right.
unable to win this turn, he will win on the following turn, if all things are considered equal. And here he's just amassing a little bit more resources. Plus, also, he's going to be able to shuffle back into the Luminous Gate. So even though his deck is only a couple cards at this point, he can actually replenish it to some extent. Looks like Jesse drew a copy of Solemn Judgment. That's not likely.
If you're wondering about that life point math, by the way, that Call by the Grave would be negating its effects. So the power boost
okay.
wasn't there. It was just the raw math.
Fair, that's true. Yep.
I'll pop this out.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, and Ryan Yu advancing.
That Call by the Grave is secretly actually pretty important because if that,
Yeah, that Mystic
Call by
Sequencing
Grave
was,
wasn't there, that
too
Solemn Judgment
costly.
might have actually been able to stock the Luminous Gate. And then all of a sudden that potential for deck out actually becomes real because we know that Ryan had
He did
copies
have
of
Ogre, but I
Widowmaker,
still
and now
set up
all
at
of a
least a
sudden he might
regular
not actually have a monster on the field to deal the remaining points of damage. So that Call by the Grave that he had, it seemed like Jesse was down to nothing. Well, he really sort of was, but there was that lose condition that was introduced. That Call by the Grave is really pivotal.
Called by the Grave is still a great card, and especially with so many decks having duplicitous amounts of monsters, including Sky Striker, Ace Kagari, and a lot of graveyard effects around too, like Grifo and so on and so forth. It's definitely a card that can save your life.
But again, it's always an honor to watch Ryan play Sky Striker. He piloted that very well. His plays have always very fast. Getting every ounce of value, which I think in many ways is the name of the game for Sky Striker.
Always was a deck, as you said in the past, very much about little bites, right? 15. Okay, you're trying 15, but now things have changed. Now it takes much bigger bites, bigger appetite, right? Bigger duelist too, as Ryan continues to grow into his own and play his favorite strategies. So maybe Sky Striker Strongest Soldier, we'll find out in Japan. He's already qualified. But he's playing for some fabulous prizes today. Maybe even dealer's choice. Do you want to forfeit your right to play in Master Duel to play in the TCG thing? Don't think he'll do that to his team, but yeah, never say never.
Yeah, I mean, I think when Sky Striker was piloted by Ryan initially, those small bite aspect was definitely apparent. Hayate basically attacking directly every single turn. Cards like Linkage make it such that Sky Striker actually packs quite a bit of a punch and can really honestly win the game out of nowhere. That, I think, to some extent, zero as well. But nevertheless, you still saw a really good control of the game at virtually every point there from Ryan, which is one of the reasons why this strategy in the hands of a well-versed and experienced pilot can be very daunting. Right? If you are playing against someone that's put in a lot of practice with Sky Striker and they just get every ounce of value, it can be very difficult to navigate through that.
Yeah, and he did a great job. So we get the value. Like, Doom specifically does so much to just make your opponent just answer and answer and answer. And he actually got to play every single Doom's card